Sports, and we join you from MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Carolina Panthers and the New York Jets. Mike Tirico with my partner Greg Olson, the veteran Nick Folk to get this one started. And off we go from East Rutherford. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So the Panthers led out by their quarterback, Bryce Young. Shaky rookie year, but the back end of his second year, Greg, very effective for the man who was the #1 overall pick out of Alabama in 2023.
When he was taken as the first overall pick in the draft a couple years ago, Mike, certainly was not because of his physical stature. It was because of his mind. It was because of his processing ability. It was because of all the intangibles that they believed they saw in his days coming out of Alabama. Now, he's gotten some experience under his belt from a rookie year that had its ups and downs. He has all the talent in the world. Now he's got to go out and just capture it and make it happen.
Second and 9.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Young. He'll find his tight end, Tommy Tremble. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
A gain of 13 yards.
13 yards on that pass play. It's a Carolina first down.
That's just such a tough throw. I mean, that's all arm. Being able to get your body turned and throw back across your body. I mean, it's one thing if you're just throwing it a couple yards to a check down. But in this case, he's still willing and able to push the ball downfield. And there does come some danger when you throw back across. But in this case, it's a big completion.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 7. Another run here with Hubbard. He makes one man miss, but stopped quickly as they hold him to a gain of 1.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Out of the shotgun, Young. He'll throw complete to Chuba Hubbard.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
On 4th down, Carolina going to send out Sam Martin to punt. Deep for the Jets is Isaiah Davis. And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit the field of play and continue out of bounds. So here come the Jets. Their ever-changing quarterback carousel stops on Justin Fields, the 26-year-old. Remember, the Bears' first-round pick back in 2021 out of Ohio State.
There's a lot of guys out there, Mike, that over the last couple years, the start of Justin Fields' career, they love nitpicking his game. It's a little unconventional. He's not an in-rhythm, on-time pocket quarterback, but I think that's okay. I think some of the criticism is fair, but there's one thing you can't deny. He is electric with the ball in his hands, both escaping the pocket and as a designed runner. I think they need to lean into his strengths as a player. Don't shy away from him. Because when he's playing at the top of his game, man, he is the ultimate weapon.
First down run, netted 3, so we've got a 2nd and 7 here. Off the play action, here's Fields. A pass deep for Reynolds. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. It's incomplete.
I love that they continue to stay aggressive here, Mike, and that route right there, we used to call it a big 8. It's a deep post route, but the ball placement isn't exactly where it needs to be, and that's a missed opportunity.
Fields from the gun on third down. He'll try and get there on the ground. And Fields, who's tough to bring down in the open field, gives the D a break as he slides down. But he got the first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Anytime a quarterback decides to tuck it and turn himself into a runner, you can just feel the sideline hold their breath. They're just hoping that he gets down, picks up enough for the first down, but more importantly, protects himself so he can get himself back up and continue on.
This one is complete inbounds, but not a whole lot out of it. He just gets back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
2nd and 7. They give up the middle with Hall. And he'll move this ahead for about 4 yards. From his interior spot, that's Derek Brown on the task.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
From the shotgun, it's Fields. He's got his man, complete to Wilson. He's going to have the first down, so they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
First and 10.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Play action now for Fields. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. Taking off.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
Converted twice on 3rd down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a 3rd time? Now, Fields. This one caught by Lazard. They get 20 on the connection, and the Jets have a first down.
It's a gain of 20. That's good for another Jets. First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets to the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
On the option, here's Hall. And that's good run support on the edge. Nice tackle out wide. That'll hold him to a gain of 2. Now after the play, it looks like we have an injured Jet on the field. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Second down, 8 yards to go. They put Wilson in motion. Fields now on 2nd down. He'll step up and run. And he'll be taken down. We have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up 1st and goal.
This is a part of the field where you have to account for the quarterback as a runner. Nothing's open downfield. Great job by your secondary, but then he makes a break for the goal line, and they're able to stop him just short, but not until after he sets his guys up first and goal.
They'll try zone read on first and goal. And he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards.
Pretty big swing here in the mindset of the defense. Before the play, you're thinking, man, we're on the 1 yard line. Pretty likely that it ends with a touchdown. But instead, you send them back 5 yards, and your chances of holding them to 3 just go up.
That one is caught in the back of the end zone. Josh Reynolds. Touchdown, Jets. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Folks' extra point is good. And the Jets will take a 7-0 lead.
Panthers nothing.
After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. This taken at the 5. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Panthers offense ready now for their second drive. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. They'll go play action with Young. That's taken in. It's Xavier Leggett. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 37-yard line.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd down and 5. Here's Young to throw. Looking for his tight end there, but let him too far. That's an incompletion. Tommy Tremble, the tight end, the man he was looking for there. 3rd down coming up.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Here's tight end Tremble over the middle. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
1st down, Panthers.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
Off the play fake. Here's Young. He takes off. Give him 11 on the scramble. And give them a new set of down.
A gain of 11 on the play.
And this is something the defense knew they had to contain coming in today, Mike. They worked all week on containing this quarterback, but here we are. Early on in the game, a nice scramble there, good yardage, and he's able to pick up the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Young. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. To throw is Young. To set up the screen here to Hubbard. This one going to be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Young. That's deep for the back of the end zone. And penalty flags come in as it lines up incomplete, but no doubt there was contact there. The crowd does not agree with that call. Boos ring out. Doesn't matter. Not going to change it. It's a 1st down. Hubbard. No, he's not going to get in. In fact, they shoved him backwards.
I give that defense all the credit in the world there, Mike. And offensively, you find yourself 1st and goal from the 1. You have to find a way to get that last yard and put the ball in the end zone. There's no excuses to miss a touchdown here.
From back at the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Young. And he's so close to the goal line. Couldn't get that ball extended. They keep him out, and it sets up 3rd and goal.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get 1 more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line. That one didn't have a chance, Mike. They do a great job of getting penetration, clogged up the run lanes, and now this offense has a decision to make here on 4th down.
Now the Jets going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. They'll go for it with Hubbard. And he's not going anywhere. Stuck behind the line. They have turned it over on downs.
And what a job here by the defensive line. They've got to hold their ground. Any sort of push by the offense is going to result in a touchdown. But here, the defense comes through with a huge goal line stand, and they're able to keep this offense out of the end zone.
They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. We're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
J.C. Horn on the tackle. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 7-yard line.
It is 2nd and 6. To throw is Fields. That's to the running back, Breece Hall. And he'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
If you want to play running back in today's modern NFL, Mike, you have to be able to be a viable weapon in the passing game. It's all about touches. It's not just about handoffs anymore. It's how many different ways can we get the ball in your hands.
A give. Here's Hall. And he's able to push through the tackles to pick up 6.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but That's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Big gain for the Jets there. 36 yards.
Jets, first down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
He'll step up and run this. And he'll get about 4 yards before wisely covering up.
It's now second
Well,
and
give him
6.
some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
From the 41, here's second down and 6. Fields to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force third down. Now after the play, it looks like we have an injured Jet on the field. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Third and 6. Now Fields. Open man is Lazard. He's got it. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15.
That's good.
A big play for the Jets. And even 30 yards.
First and 10 at the 11-yard
Once he
line.
saw the defense, he knew that outbreaking route was going to be there. All he had to do was wait for his guy to get to the spot and drop the ball right in the bucket near the sideline.
That's caught. It's the tight end, Mason Taylor. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A gain of 5 brings
The
up
drag route, we used to say this is
second and 5
day one install.
at the Panthers'
Every
7-yard
single
line.
offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
That's going to be incomplete. And it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for third down and 5. Forced to his right. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play. So instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. Folks' kick is good. And the Jets will extend to a 10-0 lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through and they get 3.
So Nick Folk back out after the made field goal. He'll boot this one away. On the return, here's Trevor Etienne. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0 as they come up with 1st and 10. Get this drive started on the ground. It's Hubbard. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
I just don't love the look of this offense so far in this game, Mike. I mean, this first half, they've been flat. They've been lethargic. There hasn't been a lot of urgency, and we saw it again on this last play. Simple handoff, no gain, same story.
A 2nd down throw for Young. Open man, that's Renfro. And he's going to be out of bounds. Gain of just a couple. And now we've got 3rd down coming up.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He'll try to run for it. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a 1st down.
A gain of 14. 1st down, Carolina.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the 1st down.
Tremble comes in motion. Young to throw on 1st and 10. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Young. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. And they'll have it across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line.
1st down.
That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down. Young hands it to Hubbard. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Out of the shotgun, Young. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Throwing is Young. Incomplete.
Little miscommunication there. Now brings up 3rd down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
Here's Sam Martin now, and he is hoping to improve on his 1st attempt. Oh, that is terrific. Out of bounds, inside the 5-yard line. The Jets offense ready to get back at it. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. begins with a run, and it's Hall. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down.
You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is, it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, they're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
On the move left. Off he goes. Solid running there. He takes this up near the 35. A big play after being backed up. And even 30 yards.
First and 10 at the 35-yard
And this is when it just gets very frustrating as a defense, because this is what it's been like all day. The pass rush is good, but just not quite good enough. They let him slip through, and he burns them with big yardage.
They will run it over center with Hall. And he'll manage to work this forward to the 37. Nick Scott up from the secondary for the tackle.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
They'll come up on a second down and 8. Here's Fields, choosing to keep this one.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
Third and 3.
Third down, 3 to go. From the shotgun, it's Fields. A pass deep for Reynolds. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is fourth down.
So prior to that third down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation at that down and distance. They had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up fourth down.
And he couldn't get that one to check up, and it'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Panthers offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll begin with first and 10. This drive begins with a run by Hubbard. And he'll find some space, taking it for 6 out to the 26-yard line.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
They'll go again with Hubbard. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Taken down at the
14 on the pickup. It's good for a Panther first down.
First down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 45-yard line.
Ball placed at the 45 for second and 5. A first carry now for Rico Dowdle. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Carolina.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
On first down is Young. Over the middle, he's got what he gets. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
A gain of 12.
It's a pickup of 12. It's a Carolina first down.
Mike, you've heard me say it 1,000 times. The easiest down to throw the ball in the NFL is first down. I hate when teams wait till later in the possession to throw the ball. So early first down completion, you're on the plus side of the field. Now you're thinking strike, touchdown, field goal. But either way, I'm coming away with points.
A gain there of 21. It's good for a Panther first down.
Having a tight end that can contribute in the passing game, Mike, I mean, it just seems like it's become more and more common throughout the entire league. And not only do you have to be reliable, but you have to be athletic enough after the catch to take advantage of some of these targets.
And he's in! Chuba Hubbard, touchdown, Panthers.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike. And you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched. And an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Ryan Fitzgerald now to add the extra point. The kick is good. Panthers are on the board. It's 10-7.
Panthers 7.
Following the touchdown, it is Fitzgerald to send this one away. To return, it's Isaiah Davis. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Jets offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a first down in this spot.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes. And there is a lot of room to operate.
They go play action with Fields. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Another Jets first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
He took a shot on that throw, but you don't feel it quite as much when you pair it with a throw as good as that one. So kudos for him standing in that pocket, delivering a strike to pick up that first down.
On the run, here's Hall. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Fields now. Quick slant into the hands of Wilson. Still going. And he will get into the end zone. Garrett Wilson. Touchdown, New York. What a job to finish the play with a touchdown. The catch and carry, and the carry part, Greg, that was the most impressive there.
Well, you said it, Mike. The catch was nice, but it's what can you do after after the catch that really separates guys in this league. And in this case, he did plenty because it ended up in a touchdown.
Now, Folk on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Jets will get out in front, 17-7.
17. Panthers 7.
After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Panthers offense and their back Chuba Hubbard set to come back on the field. They find themselves down 17-7 as this drive starts 1st and 10. Young. He's got the first-round pick, Teteroa McMillan. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 33-yard line.
A give up the middle, it's Hubbard. He'll take this ahead. It's a pickup of 3. Jamie and Sherwood there to meet him.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Here's 3rd and 2. Here's Young to throw. He finds the big tight end, Turnbull. 13 yards on the catch there. It's a Carolina first down.
First down, Carolina.
Third down is when we see so many tight ends around the league really make their money. They operate in the middle of the field. They're a big, easy target for the quarterback, and even if they are covered, Mike, they're not really ever covered.
We're going to run right over center with Hubbard. What more could you ask for on first down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 42-yard line.
Another run here with Hubbard. And I don't think he got that wrapped up at the line of scrimmage, and now you're looking at 3rd down.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this. Here's the punter now, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. That one hits at the 3, but goes in the wrong direction for the punter. It turns out to be a touchback. Garrett Wilson and the Jets offense now heading back onto the field. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in the first half, it's resulted in a big play that is borne out by those eye-popping numbers. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Fields. He'll step up and run, and he'll get about 4 yards before wisely covering up.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his 1st and 2nd read, but what they fail to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
He'll run again. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line. Big gain for the Jets there. 39 yards.
This defense is going to have to come up with some answers at halftime because they cannot allow this quarterback to just continue to have his way with them on the ground using his legs. And that's exactly what's happened so far here in the first half, and they're going to have to get that fixed and fixed quickly.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
14 more yards.
They get 14 on that hookup. Good for a Jets first down.
10 at the 23-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the 2nd quarter.
He was looking for Garrett Wilson there. It's 2nd down. Fields. Headed left. And it looked like one of the Jets was able to get in there and secure it. And they did, so they keep the ball. Now a timeout, Jets. It'll be their 2nd as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Here's Fields. He'll try and get there on the ground. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line. That is a gain of 20. And what a chance now. 1st and goal coming up.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Now it is 1st and goal. Jets are going to use their 3rd and final timeout here. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. Nick Folk now on with the field goal unit. This about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Jets can tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
Nice job there securing points with that final play. Of course, they would have loved to have come away from that possession with a touchdown, but I think they're going to be happy with 3 going into the break.
So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. And he will sit on it here in the end zone for a touchback.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Now Young. He'll let this one go deep down the right sideline. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. We welcome you back on EA Sports for quarter number 3. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. On the return, here comes Davis. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Garrett Wilson and the Jets offense now heading back onto the field. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. Going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
With the struggles they had running the ball in the first half, Mike, it makes sense that they're trying here early in the second to get this ball carrier going. But this last run's not going to do him any favors. Another rush, another loss of yards.
Second down. It's Fields. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Wise decision, especially at this stage of the game. You certainly don't want to force something and let the other guys right back into the game.
Third and 11. Throwing is Fields. They'll set up the screen to Hall. Good-looking screenplay there, a gain of 11 and a first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
Off the play action, here's Fields. Flush to his right. He's going to run it.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw is Fields. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Making the read, this is Fields. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. A big play for the Jets. 33 yards.
And this is why you tailor your offense around a guy like this. I mean, every once in a while, mix in some design runs. He's got such game-changing ability with the ball in his hands, and here, he rips off a big one.
That is caught, and he's in. Josh Reynolds. Touchdown, New York. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the first half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this second half. 2-point try coming up. Fields has the offense set.
The Jets will line up for a 2-point.
They'll try to pick it up with Hall, and he is not going to get in. Stop on the try for 2. The lead remains right where it is.
I don't love the call. I mean, all week you practice these gotta-have-it plays. Every call sheet, Mike, has 3 or 4 plays that are down here in the goal line that could also be used as 2-point plays. I think to simply turn it around and just hand the ball to your running back, gotta be a little bit more creative. That's a big missed opportunity.
After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. This fielded at about the 9. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense and their back Chuba Hubbard set to come back on the field. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. In motion comes the tight end, Evans. Get this drive started. On the ground, it's Hubbard. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. That's the way to get started. A pickup of 17 and a very quick first down.
First down, Panthers.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
That one complete to Leggett. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Give them 14 on that one. It's good for a Panther first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest, and while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
Very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. The pass intended for Xavier Leggett. And that will lead to a second down. Tremble comes in motion. Look at play action with Young. Looking left side is tight end Tremble. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. A gain there of 16 yards. It's a Carolina first down.
Oftentimes in the NFL, Mike, blitzing a good quarterback can kind of be feast or famine because what you do is you actually speed up their process of identifying the open target. So in this case, it's an underneath safety outlet, but the reason he went there so fast is because he...
And he's into the end zone! Chuba Hubbard. Touchdown,
Carolina.
Panthers. That is second touchdown of the afternoon.
We were talking during the break, Mike. We felt that this was kind of a do-or-die drive. They felt like they needed to come away with the touchdown here, and now they're showing a little life.
Yeah, a little bit of belief, don't you think? Everyone on that field knows they've been a part of a comeback before. It's a pretty big mountain, but a good way to get started here to begin this half. Fitzgerald now for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Panthers are able to edge a bit closer.
26. Panthers 14.
Following the touchdown, it is Fitzgerald to send this one away. Davis now to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Jets offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. Taylor, the tight end, is in motion. It's first down, and it's Hall. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Great job here by this linebacker, Mike. There was no reading and reacting. From the snap, he was attacking. Meets the ball carrier right at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Play action now for Fields. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now third down comes up.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down.
That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
On now comes the punt team for the Jets. He's on for the second time and wouldn't mind a carbon copy of that first kick. This one fielded out beyond the 25. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Panthers offense and their back Chuba Hubbard set to come back on the field. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. On 1st and 10, here's Young. That one taken in right side by Leggett. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They go right back to him. This catch good for 11 and a first down.
Carolina.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down. All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it, but I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
2nd and 10. Young hands it to Hubbard. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. They'll get 19 out of that play. It's good for a Panther first down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical, right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. 17 yards on the gain, and now they've got 1st and goal.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get first down after first down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
From the gun, it's Young. He pulls it in around the 5. And they'll get this down to the 3, but no further. It'll be 2nd and goal.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop, and that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
Once more from the 2. 3rd and goal. Dowdle. And he's so close to breaking the plane, but the official's going to come in and mark him short. So now it's 4th down.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on 1st and 2nd down. The last thing you want is to be in 3rd and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense.
They'll go for it with Hubbard, and he's not going to get there. They stopped him at the goal line. It's a turnover on down.
So this play by the middle linebacker is all about play recognition. Reminds me of a former teammate, Luke Kuechly. He knew the play before it was going to happen. Watch him. He diagnoses, he tracks the ball, and bang, makes a huge tackle, short of the yard to gain, forces the turnover on downs.
So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. They'll need to get something positive going right away here. Ball starts inside their own 1-yard line. The drive begins with a run, and it's Hall. Oh, he gets swarmed under. They meet him in the end zone. It is a safety. And that's the first thought in your mind, running a play from the 1. If you're the defense, trap him back behind the line, get a safety, and that's exactly what they do with the good stop there.
This is one of those situations, Mike, where the defense really understands what's coming. They know the offensive point of view is to just try to give themselves a little breathing room, move it away from the goal line, and in this case, they're able to capitalize, make the tackle for loss, and it leads to the safety.
So now, after the safety, here comes a free kick from the 20-yard line. That is fielded at the 20. And he'll be taken down as the next drive will begin there. Now, after the play, it looks like we have an injured Jet on the field. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. Young to throw on first down. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a first down to boot.
What a luxury. There's certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line. That one good for 26 yards.
Carolina.
In order for this play to be successful against man coverage, Mike, two things need to happen. One, the quarterback has to anticipate the break. He has to get that ball out on time. And then the rest is the receiver creating the separation at the top. And when both are accomplished, you can see what the results are.
Complete to Xavier Legette. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 14-yard line.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. On the give, it's Hubbard. And nowhere to go on that one. They lifted him up and threw him down behind the line.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
Here comes 3rd and 6. Out of the shotgun, Young. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. The big fella, Quinn Williams, forcing his way in for the sack.
He has to do a better job identifying where the pressure is coming from, Mike, before the ball is snapped. He's got to get this ball out of his hand, to his outlet, to his hot receiver. But then once he senses the pressure, he kind of panics, and it's an easy sack. It's going to bring up 4th down.
On 4th down, on comes Ryan Fitzgerald for the Carolina field goal. The kick is perfect, right down the middle. And the Panthers are able to get it back within a score.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So now, after the field goal, Fitzgerald is back out there to send this one away. On the return, here comes Davis. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Jets offense and quarterback Justin Fields make their way back out. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. They put Wilson in motion. On the give, it's Hall. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick.
He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway. Tershawn Wharton gets him for a loss of 4. And that'll set up 3rd down.
Well, as they face this possible 3 and out following that 2nd down sack, now if you're the quarterback, you've got to be thinking, get the ball out of my hand, find a matchup I like downfield, and try to push this ball past the sticks and keep this drive alive.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Fields. swung down the field, but lined up incomplete. Mason Taylor, the tight end, the intended receiver. And that'll set up fourth down.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
This returnable from inside his own 40. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. To throw is Young. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete. Hunter Renfrow was the intended target that time. And it'll bring up second down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
16 yards.
They get 16 on that connection. It's a Carolina first down.
If you're going to give him this much time to scan the field, he's inevitably going to find an open man downfield like he does here. That's a great job remaining patient and letting that play develop.
On the ground, this is Hubbard. He'll work this ahead for two, maybe three. That is Michael Clemens with the tackle.
At the 43-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
From the 43, here's second and 7. Now Dowdle. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Looked like that might have been an RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like he might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
From the gun here on third down, it's Young. That one's hauled in left side by McMillan.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's fourth down. Here's Hubbard. He gets it to start the fourth. And that's not going to work. The defense comes up with a fourth down, fourth quarter stand, and forces a turnover on downs.
So the offense dips into their RPO game, and the key for any defense defending it is everybody has to do their job. In this case, it's a give read, the running back gets the ball, and the defense makes a great stop on fourth down.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Now Fields. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are under.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. 18 yards on the pickup there, and the Jets have a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out. And at this stage of the game, it's both teams that are really seeing who can make the big play to swing the game in their favor. And this time, it's the defense. He's able to get his hands on it. Like, I think they're lucky he wasn't able to get both hands on it, because it could have been even a bigger play.
And they'll take this down inside the 35.
That's good for
It'll be a pickup of 10. Good for a Jets 1st down.
At the 34-yard line.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here. A lot of defense's strategy of defending the zone read, Mike, is we want that quarterback to pull the ball. It's one of their few chances throughout the course of the game where they can get their hits on him, and in this case, they're able to hold him to no gain.
Now a 2nd down throw for Fields. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. Nick Scorton in for the sack. It's a loss of 9 and sets up 3rd down.
You can tell the quarterback has built a lot of confidence in his ability to make plays today with his feet. The defense has had a hard time keeping him in check, and this time, much better job in pursuit. Even though he was able to get outside the pocket, they were able to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
Third and long. Fields to throw. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the 1st down. It's going to bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
So now the veteran, Nick Folk, with an important kick. This to make it a 2-possession lead. This one has plenty of leg. And it is good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So Nick Folk back out after the made field goal. He'll boot this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense and their back Chuba Hubbard set to come back on the field. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. On first down is Young. His tight end Trimble over the middle. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
First down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
That's 19 yards for the second straight play. They are rolling. Another first down. First and 10. Here's Young. This one batted away. Good coverage there. It's incomplete. Sauce Gardner, as good as they come. There to knock that one away.
And you don't earn the reputation this guy has, Mike, without having some really elite ball skills at your disposal. I mean, he's universally considered one of the best corners in the entire league, and when he makes plays like this, it's pretty easy to see why.
On second down, Young. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Here's Young. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
And it looked like that zone coverage had his head a little bit spinning there, Mike. I'm not sure he got a real clear picture of what the defense was giving him, and as a result, he holds the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked, and the defense is able to get home.
On now is the punt team for the Panthers, as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Jets offense and quarterback Justin Fields make their way back out. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those into big plays. Handoff, here comes Hall. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Second down, they need 7. They'll go again with Hall. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
A loss of 2 yards.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
He'll take his shot. Looking for Wilson. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
This will be returned from the other side of midfield. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Panthers offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll begin with terrific starting field position. It gets going with 1st and 10. throw is Young. There's that man again. Another catch. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They get 11 and quickly pick up the first down.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
And up until this point, this is not something that we've seen a lot of. This running back's had a really nice day. So in this case, this rep goes to the defense.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here's the pistol snap to Young. To the right side, he finds McMillan. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. A gain there of 24 yards. It's good for a Panther first down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
They'll take this down to the 6. That's good enough for first down. First and goal.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Mike, the old adage, you run to set up the pass. This modern offense nowadays, we're starting to see that flipped upside down on its head. Typically, the success of the passing game is what allows teams to have success like this in the run game.
And he will wisely just get rid of this one and set up 2nd and goal.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
A 2nd down throw for Young. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Carolina. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
On now is Fitzgerald for the PAT. The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3. A field goal here in the 4th quarter. So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. Kane-Wanwu now to return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Jets offense ready to see what they can do. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Give up the middle with Hall. They'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
brought down behind
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
2nd and 11. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. To the sideline, nice job, they pull that one in, but that is still well short of a first down.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline, and that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
Fields from the gun on 3rd down. This is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
The Panthers offense and Bryce Young set for their next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. Young to throw on 1st and 10. He's going to keep it himself. And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a 1st down.
1st down, Panthers.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
He's taken down just shy of midfield. A gain there of 10 yards. It's a Carolina first down.
Carolina.
Remember this one thing, Mike. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL, and I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
Now Young gonna keep it himself. And he'll get about 4 yards before wisely covering up.
4 yards.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Here's a carry for Dowdle. Finds an alley to the 35. Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25.
It's a gain of
25 yards, the pickup there. It's good for a Panther first down.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. The next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
A run with the rookie from Georgia. It's Trevor Etienne. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
17-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. On the ground, it's Dowdle. And the Panthers are going to have what looks to be a 1st and goal. He'll take this down to the 10-yard line.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on 3rd down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in 3rd down. I want to get all of my conversions on 1st and 2nd down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
He keeps it himself, and he will score! Bryce Young, touchdown. Panthers. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Fitzgerald now for the extra point. He's got it. Panthers have taken a 4-point advantage.
Panthers 33, Jets 29.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, trying to kick it back the other way. On the return, here comes Wanwu. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Jets offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll start out first down and 10. Off the play action, here's Fields. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. An even 20 yards. Impressive start to this drive.
And the Jets, first down. First and 10.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop. This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end, and at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Fields now on second down. Gets that one to the veteran Lazard. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
Third down.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Needing to convert here on 3rd and inches. Here's Fields, choosing to keep this one. A 19-yard pickup there, and the Jets have a first down. For Fields, he breaks his own NFL record, rush yards in a game by a quarterback. He did it when he was with the Bears in 2022. He had a 178-yard rushing game, topping that with that run. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Looking middle, that's the tight end Taylor. Now they are in business, inside the 15-yard line.
And now, after that catch, they've got a chance here late, Mike. They've got enough time to try to move this thing down. I think they can win the game on this possession.
Here is 1st and 10. To throw is Fields. They'll set up the screen to Hall. And he's going to be out of bounds following a gain of about 5 on first down.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
Off he goes. And he'll take this one in. Justin Fields. Touchdown, Jets. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, trying to kick it back the other way. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense and their back Chuba Hubbard set to come back on the field. They'll do so with 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Young. That's taken in, and it's Rico Dowdle. The Panthers will take their first timeout, and they'll get together prior to the second down play.
They were able to complete this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes, and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So, I know the defense gave up some yards here, but it could have been a lot worse.
Here comes second down. Tremble comes in motion. Throwing on second down, Young. Short one there, caught by Tremble. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
This is 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Young. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 42-yard line.
Second down and 8. To throw is Young. Looking left side as tight end Tremble. The Panthers are going to burn their third and final timeout. Clock will stop at 35 seconds to go.
And it's 3rd down.
The crowd at MetLife on their feet for 3rd down. Now Young. He's got his man. That's Leggett. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
1st down, Carolina.
Throwing is Young. He'll look underneath here and find Dowdle. And he'll be taken down, and that is going to do it. Oh, the comeback falls short. Time runs out. This game is over. So this one in the win column for the Jets. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Jets as we say goodbye from MetLife Stadium.